Hi friends, hi everyone, welcome to our channel BA Civil Engineer. In this video we are going to discuss about phase relationship in soils. So generally if we see a soil, it is a three-phase material. It consists of solid particles, liquid as well as gaseous material like air. Air is also present in soil. Similarly, liquids like water is present in soil. And also as well, clay particles or sand particles will be present in the soil. So it consists of three phases of material: soil, solids, liquid and gas. So that is why soil is a three-phase material. And the phase system of soil may be expressed in two types of relationships. One is weight volume relationship, another one is mass volume relationship. In both the ways we can express the three-phase relationship between the soil particles. So it may be weight volume relationship or mass volume relationship. Means the relationship between the mass of the particles to the volume of the particles, mass volume relationship. Similarly, the relationship between the weight of the particles to the volume of the particles, that is weight volume relationship. Another way we can also say that the properties of the soil are greatly dependent on the volumetric or gravimetric proportions of the particles. Volumetric proportions means weight volume relationship, mass volume relationship, as well as gravimetric proportions means weight volume relationship. So these two relationship, weight volume relationship as well as mass volume relationship, are very useful in understanding the phase relationship of the soil particles. Now you can see the picture which was on the board. It is the phase system or three-phase system of soil. It is what we call phase diagram. So what is this phase diagram? Means the diagrammatic representation of different phases of the soil particles of different phases of a soil mass is referred as nothing but phase diagram. So this is the phase diagram of the soil. So here you can see three phases: solid phase, water phase and air. Solids, water and air, or all these three are represented as the phase diagram of the soil. So here also you can see it is the soil mass, for example. So it consists of soil particles which were represented by S here. S indicates solids, solid particles. In a soil mass, S indicates the solid particles. Similarly, there are some gaps, bubbles we can call, or gaps we can call, which are nothing but air bubbles or air gaps, air cavities. Next, remaining portion is filled with a blue colored fluid, that is what we call water. So water is present in the soil along with some air voids. So that is what we call three-phase system of soil. So generally if we see a partially saturated soil will be having this three-phase system. But if it is the case, instead of partially saturated soil, if we take a fully saturated soil, means the entire all the voids in the solid space or all the voids in the soil mass are going to be filled up with water. There is no more any air voids present. So that is why the entire air, the volume occupied by air, is going to become zero. So that is why in fully saturated soil only water phase is present and solids is present. So only these water and solids are present. So it is a two-phase system. Fully saturated soil is a two-phase system. It comes under two-phase system. There is another case, fully dry soil, completely dry soil or fully dry soil. If the soil is completely dry without any water, if it is completely dry, then what happens? Water is going to be missing here. There is no more water in the soil. So entire cavities are empty now. There is no more water in the cavities of the soil or gaps between the soil particles are not filled up with water. So that is why only air and solids are present here. So that is why this is also two-phase system. Only air and solids are present in case of fully dried soil. That is why it is called two-phase system. In case of fully saturated soil also, water and solids are present, which is also a two-phase system. So coming in case of partially saturated soil only, in case of partially saturated soil only, we can see solids, air, similarly water. So all these three are present in case of partially saturated soil. That is why it is a three-phase system. Only partially saturated soil comes under three-phase system. Next, if we come into weight volume relationship and mass volume relationship. So in the phase diagram, on one side we are going to represent the volumetric proportions. VA, volume of air, volume of water, volume of solid. Total volume is capital V, that is total volume of solid, volume of soil mass, that is capital V. So this is one side. On the left side we are going to represent the volume, but when we are coming to mass volume relationship, we will be representing on the right side the total mass as well as the proportionate mass, mass of air, mass of water and mass of solid, as well as the total mass of the soil sample. So that is going to be represented on the right side. But if it is a weight volume relationship, instead of mass and mass proportions, we are going to represent the total weight of the soil sample and as well as the proportions of the weights of that phase material, means weight of air, weight of water and weight of solid. Then we will not represent this mass. Only weight will be representing on the right side. On the left side will be representing the volume. Then the proportions between these two, weight and volume, will give you weight volume relationship. The proportion between mass and volume gives you mass volume relationship of that soil particles. So with the help of the phase diagram, there are three volumetric proportions or volumetric ratios which can be derived easily or which can be arrived easily out of this phase diagram, which are very useful in our geotechnical engineering. So if you see the first one, it is a void ratio. What is this void ratio? It is the ratio of volume of voids. It is the void ratio, E equal to volume of voids by volume of solids. So volume of voids means the space filled up, the volume other than the volume occupied by the or volume remaining other than the volume occupied by the solids. That is what we call volume of voids. So which is nothing but VV is equal to VA plus VW by Vs. So VA plus VW means volume of air and volume of water all together we can represent as volume of voids. So in the void space only water is going to be filled up, right? So that is why volume of voids is nothing but volume of air plus volume of water. So that is VV by Vs, that gives you void ratio. Here there is another point that even though the volume of voids or void space is more for coarse grained soils, even though it is more, the void ratio is large for fine grained soils or higher for fine grained soils when compared to coarse grained soils. So when compared to these coarse grained soils, the void ratio for the soil for fine grained soils will be more when compared to that of coarse grained soils, even though the void space is more with the coarse grained soils. And another important thing, this void ratio will be in fraction. It is represented as E greater than 0. It should not be less than 0. It should not be equal to or less than 0. It will be greater than 0. Most of the time it will be in decimal fraction. So that is why it is represented as E greater than 0. Means this void ratio will be always greater than 0 for most of the soils. Okay. Second one is about porosity. Porosity is designated by N. So porosity N is equal to, it is the ratio between the volume of voids to total volume. So that is nothing but porosity. Volume of voids to total volume. VV by V into 100. Into 100 in terms of percentage we are going to designate. So that is why into 100 we are going to write. Volume of voids to the total volume. So what is the fraction of volume of voids? How much amount of volume of voids are present when compared to the total volume? That is nothing but porosity of a particular soil. So generally this N value will be lying in between 0 to 100. It should not be greater than 100. So that is why 0 greater than N less than 100. So this is the way we are going to represent the porosity of soil. 0 less than N less than 100. So in between 0 and 100 the N value should lie. So that is why it is represented as 0 less than N less than 100. And it is the ratio between the volume of voids to the total volume. So if you compare this porosity and void ratio, here void ratio is nothing but volume of voids to volume of solids. Means here we are comparing how much fraction of volume of voids are present when compared to the volume of solids. That is void ratio. If you are comparing how much amount of volume of voids are present with respect to the total volume, that is nothing but porosity of the soil. So here porosity is expressed in terms of percentage. That is why into 100 we are going to make. We are going to do multiplication with 100. That is why volume of voids by total volume into 100. So it will be in between 0 to 100. And the third parameter is degree of saturation. So if you see third one, degree of saturation. Yes, it is designated by S. S is equal to, it is the ratio of volume of water to the volume of voids into 100. It is expressed in terms of percentage. That is why into 100 we are going to do. S is equal to volume of water to the volume of voids. So what does it indicate? If you see from the fraction itself, we can understand volume of water to the fraction of volume of void. Means out of the total volume of voids. So this is the VA plus VW is the total volume of voids, right? Here only we have VV equal to VA plus VW. So out of this total volume of void space, how much is filled with water? That proportion is nothing but degree of saturation. How much amount of how much fraction of the void space is saturated? How much percentage it is saturated? How much fraction it is saturated? That is we are going to calculate here with the help of this degree of saturation. It is nothing but volume of water when compared to volume of voids. Volume of voids means nothing but volume of air plus volume of water. So total we represent it as a volume of voids, right? This is volume of voids. So VV means total air and water together. In that total air and water, how much amount is filled with water, that you are going to calculate the relationship. The fraction between those two volumes, VW to VV, that gives you degree of saturation. So it may lie between this degree of saturation may be 1 and also it may be 100. It may lie in between these two. So that is why S less than or equal to 100. 1 less than or equal to S less than or equal to 100. That way we are going to represent this degree of saturation. So in terms of, if you are not speaking in terms of percentage, it may be 0 to 1. 0 less than or equal to S less than or equal to 100, or 0 less than or equal to S less than or equal to 1. If it is not in percentage, it is the fraction 0 to 1. If it is in percentage, 0 to 100. So that way you are going to represent the degree of saturation. Next one, another important thing is for fully saturated soil. Two cases are there. For fully saturated soil, what is going to happen? The entire air voids are filled with water. So VV is equal to VW. VV equal to VW in this case. So what will be happening? S equal to both the denominator and numerator is going to be same. VW by VW into 100 means it will be equal to 100%. Fully saturated soil means degree of saturation will be 100%. So that is why we got 100%. Next, fully or completely dry soil. In case of completely dry soil, what is going to happen? VW we can write as S equal to VA plus VW by VV into 100, right? So here this is completely dry, means VW is 0. This entire term is 0. Sorry. If it is completely dry, what is going to happen? VW by VV, VW is going to be 0, right? There is no more water. So completely only air only will be there. So S will be 0. In case of completely dry soil, since VW is equal to 0, S is equal to 0. Here it is S equal to 100. So in case of partially saturated soil, S value will be lying in between 0 to 100, or in case of numericals, if it is 0 to 1. So this way it will be there, 0 to 1 or 0 to 100 in case of partially saturated soil. In case of completely dry soil, S will be 0. In case of fully saturated soil, S will be 100 or 1. It may be 1 or it may be 100. So this is about void ratio, porosity and degree of saturation, which can be easily identified from the phase diagram itself. Hope you understand well in this video about phase diagram of soils. Thank you.